Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's Humna and I welcome you to my channel. I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality, the three things I am super passionate about. I feel like the world literally, if you focus on these three things, brings so much balance and so much peace into our lives. When we think about art, we can think about creativity in any form and way. It could be gardening, it could be cooking, it could be swimming, anything that you think allows you to be creative with your own being. And then when you think about healing, healing is a way to go deep into your heart and connect to that core being that you truly are within yourself. So it's like connecting with God, that inner intuitive voice that you have, and have like like nobody between you and God. That's when you are healing, because you know that something's got you, not from this world, but from another realm that you are connected to. And that's where you get your powers from. So healing is all about becoming that who you've always wanted to be. And the truth is that you were always being that. It was just that you started wearing these layers and layers of the society and whatever else that there was on you, and you couldn't hear yourself. So healing is a journey that you take to unlayer everything that you have been wearing on you, putting it down and saying you no more want to wear it. And of course, healing is not like an easy or a one-day job. It is something that we continue doing for the rest of our lives, which is absolutely beautiful. Because if you think about it, if we were to just build connection with the Creator, with our soul, with our inner core voice in a day, I mean, what fun would that be? It's actually more beautiful knowing that every day healing takes us into a space where we can find something new about ourselves and deepen our connection with the Creator and find out, oh my God, that also is in me. Oh my God, this is also something I can do. So you almost become awed by what your Creator created you as, and then how you have been living with your limited thoughts and not doing the things that you came here to do. Anyway, so that was healing. And then comes spirituality. Oh my God, that's a big word. So I'm not going to go deep into the word spirituality, but for me, spirituality is about understanding all that exists and all that doesn't. All belongs to the Creator. And when we connect to that, we understand truly our magnificence. What an incredible creature a human being is. And when you tap into the strength of what that truly means, like connecting to the seen and the unseen, allows you to connect to that God particle that you have in you, you become unstoppable. Exactly like that song, like literally unstoppable. Fear vanishes from your being. When you are connected to the spiritual side of your being, you not only connect to the spiritual side, you actually connect to the physical, mental, emotional, all sides of you come together when you think of it through spirituality. It's not saying you're spiritual, so you're only going to be, talking about the unseen. Basically, spirituality is all about the merging, the union of that what you can see and that what you can feel. Spirituality helps you to connect your heart to your mind, and then together they create the dance of life with ecstasy of divine love. I swear to God, it's like a magical, magical way of living life when you truly connect all of these three things: art, creativity, and spirituality. Well, for me, definitely it has completely shifted my life. And I hope that through this channel, through the exercises that I share of doing art and connecting to, whatever it is that I am sharing or bringing to you, it brings you a sense of peace, a sense of grounding, a sense of love of who you truly are. Because we live in an illusion of whatever we were called as a child. It sort of gets stuck in our subconscious mind, and we just think of ourselves as that person who somebody saw, but we're not looking at ourselves as what the Creator saw us as. And that what the Creator saw us as was way before we became the body. He saw us as that what was the soul, and the soul is connected directly to source, to Allah, to the Creator, whatever it is that you want to call the name. So anyway, going on to the main topic today. A couple of nights ago, I was doing my art, and I was working on Ya Rahim, the name Ya Rahim. And I'd packed up my books and I'd done for the night. And I got up from the table. I went and had my, glass of water just before going to bed. And I got guided to open the Quran. Just very casually, I had this very strong gut instinct that open the Quran, for there is a message for you. And I was like, okay. And I've always been known to follow my heart, follow my intuition, and that's been something which I've been bullied for, made fun of, oh, she's just going to feel her way through. It's really true. I actually do feel my way through. And if something doesn't feel right, I will not. It's like my feet just get stuck on the ground, and I find it very difficult to fight my intuition. And that has led me to some magical places, magical experiences. But in this moment, I was guided late at night after I finished my day's work to open the Quran. And as I did, these were the verses I was guided to. And these verses are from the surah number 10, and they are 71 to 74. I'm going to read it out to you. But of course, Quran is a speaking, alive, magical book. So it speaks to you. And it really, I don't think there's enough vocabulary in my human mind or heart to explain what Quran truly is, because it's not a book from this world. It is a book that is written by Allah, sent to us so that we can constantly receive the messages that our soul needs, not what our mind only needs. Of course, it guides the mind. It tells us about the right and the wrong, but it's also what our soul needs. And so I picked up, I picked up the Quran, and these are the verses I was led to. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I'm going to read the translation. The story of Noah. Tell them about Noah when he said to his people, "My people, if you find my presence and my reminder of God's signs offensive, I put my trust in God. Agree together with your partners a plan of action, then do not be hesitant to carry it out and grant me on respite. If you choose to turn your backs, then know what I have not asked you for any reward. My reward is with God, and I have been told to be with those who submit to His will." They reject him. So we rescued him and his followers in a ship and made them successors in the land, and we drowned those who denied our signs. So take a note of the fate of those who were warned. After Noah, we sent messengers, each to their own people. They came to them with clear signs, but they weren't willing to believe in what they had previously denied. This is how we seal the hearts of offenders. This is such a powerful verse, and when I read it, I was like, the last line that stayed with me was, that's how we seal the hearts of offenders. And the thing that remained with me was that we drowned those who denied our signs. So Allah chooses, first of all, in His mercy and His love, He has been giving us signs through His books, through His messengers, through people who, like Noah, alayhi salam, Hazrat Noah alayhi salam, who were doing things off the track. They were not normal people who would follow like a sheep. They would stand up for that what they came here to do with unshakable faith in Allah, in the Creator. And he constantly kept creating the ship that Allah was guiding him to create. And what's incredible is that when people are different, we look at them as something mad or stupid, or what are they doing, or they don't know the right way, because the society makes you feel like that's the way. There is only one way of doing things, and if you don't follow that, you are pretty much a mad human being. But this is what Allah is telling them. Tell them about Noah. Tell them about Noah when he said to his people. Noah alayhi salam was actually somebody who believed in Allah so much that he was willing to leave behind the ridicule or the insult or the bullying of people, because he knew that it was Allah who was going to reward him. It says here, if you choose to turn your backs, then know that I have not asked you for any reward. Meaning, there is nothing nobody can do for you unless Allah wants them to. And the reward that for your goodness, for you following Allah, for you doing the right thing for Allah, is always going to be with Allah. People are not going to reward you for your madness in faith, and they're not going to believe in the signs that you get. They might not be able to see the signs that you're getting because they're placed in your heart for you, like specifically for you. So you need to start connecting to seeing those signs and not denying them, because on the other side, I was like, okay, I'm opening this book and I'm getting guided to the signs, and I've constantly been getting signs to write a book about the way I see the world of the unseen and the seen, to speak about what I feel and my intuition, and how my intuition has guided me to carve my path, which is not the normal conventional path of doing A, B and C. I think I've gone from B to D to L to Z or something. Like, I've never ever followed a certain path, and I'm not, I haven't done the things that people expected me to do, and it has always caused chaos in my life. But within me there is a sense of peace, because when you follow the signs of the Creator that He gives you, the signs become stronger and stronger and louder. What it does is it fine-tunes your connection with the Creator, and you yourself become a creator in your own life. You don't follow the people around you. You follow that what you have, the seeds that you have within you start sprouting, and you start breaking free from the chains of your own mind. And I think one of the du'as that I do regularly is, Allah Mia, save me for myself, because I do not know what is right for me. I do not know what is wrong for me, because the choices I have made in the past might not be great, or might not be according to the society or my own religion, but you know what's best for me, so allow me that. So I have to get out of my way, and when I get out of my way is when my heart opens and expands, and my heart chakra gets activated, and I'm able to receive these signs. Because you see, Allah is constantly talking to us through the birds, through the air, through the food on your table, through the water that runs through your tap. Like Allah is talking to us through everything. And you know what's amazing is He gives us these signs so that we can constantly be reminded of the unseen world. The unseen world is where we come from. Like that's where we are from. We're like, I don't want to say aliens or anything, so people have some ridiculous idea, but what I'm trying to say is that we are not just this body. And I've heard this so many times from gurus and teachers and like talks and TED talks and whatever, books and Rumi and this, that we are not this body. When you solely understand this, you will understand that what the body sees and understands is very different to what the soul sees and understands. The soul is not restricted to something or anything. The soul is not even attached to anything. The soul is universal. The soul is expanse. It's vast, like the skies. So if you see a tree, imagine, like, I'm not saying tree is dead, but I'm saying tree is, imagine the body. And when you see the sky is the soul, right? So imagine, like, can you see the contrast? The tree, you can see it stands, it's still, it gives fruit, it grows, has a certain path. That's the path of the body. But imagine the path of the soul is like the sky, and we've tried to restrict it by saying, go to job, do this, do this, do this, do this. We've kind of caged our soul. It's like saying, I've caged my sky. Like, is that even possible? No. And so the reason we feel anxiety, anxious, depressed is because we're not listening to our soul. And our soul is disassociating. It's leaving us because it's not being heard. The signs that you see that from the Creator are the signs that your soul can decipher, can break, can understand. That's the language of the soul. And what do? We ignore the signs. We constantly want more proof that, oh, Allah is saying this, so give me more proof, more proof, more proof. The thing is, a time comes when Allah does not give you more signs because you're not following what He's asking you to do. And that's scary, guys, because then your heart gets sealed. He says here, that is how we seal the hearts of offenders, because you are constantly denying, running away and escaping from Him and His message and what your soul needs. And if you're constantly going to put the world before your Allah, before your soul, you will get disconnected. You will not be able to cultivate a deeper connection to your soul and be able to bring peace onto this world. So to bring peace into our being, first of all, you can only bring peace into this world when you have peace inside you, right? So to bring peace into your worlds, you have to connect to your soul. And the only way you do that is to be with your soul, to understand how and what helps you come back into your body and feel safe. So imagine like soul being a little child that's run away because you've rejected it, and now you want to bring your soul back home. How are you going to do it? By listening to it, by sitting with it, by nurturing it, by giving it what it wants. Most importantly, I think when you listen to your soul, when you develop that connection of listening, to your soul, then your soul starts giving you synchronistic miracles. It starts opening these signs to you. It starts sending you quotes, it starts sending you people, it starts sending you messages, and the messages can come from anywhere and anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody that is Muslim or not Muslim, because all of humanity, all of the creation of this world is by Allah. So when you are open and receptive to these signs, when you connect to your soul will attract and bring you all the information that you need for you to be in peace. And when you are in peace, that is what you will be giving other people. And that's why you exist on this planet, so that you can bring more peace. The more peace you feel in your body, the more peace you will be able to pour out into this world. So it's so important to connect to these signs. Be the mad person that you are. Stop focusing on listening to people all the time, and go within to listen to your soul. One of the best ways, that personally, of course, for me, is doing art. And that's something that I have done and shared through my Patreon, which you can have a look. You can access the sessions straight away to connect to your soul through art. But that's something that I do and teach on a, because I am very passionate about it. But you can also start doing breath work. You can also start just by sitting with yourself. Dancing truly helps also. Singing also helps. Like, coming into your soul means allowing yourself to be everything that you need to be in every single moment. Like, becoming really, really present. Not past, not future, in the present. When you are in the present, when you are connected to your breath, when you hear your heartbeat, you bring into this world magic. You ground yourself, helps you in that moment. But actually what you're doing is you're grounding the collective consciousness. And that is what Allah wants you to do. So through the story of Noah alayhi salam, we get guided that even if you are considered mad by the people around you, know that the purpose that He created you for might make you look mad in the eyes of people. You might get rejected, or you might get abandoned by your loved ones. You might actually have to abandon them also, because we know in Noah alayhi salam's story, he actually had to leave behind his loved ones, because as he moved forward on the path of light, on the path of Allah, he could not get attached and hold to those, people that he loved. He had to make that journey of getting into the boat and taking care of those who Allah needed him to. So you might actually have to leave behind your comfort, your loved ones, for the sake of Allah. And I promise you, when you do this, and I speak this from my experience, when you do this, it is so painful. It is so painful. But at the same time, Allah gives you so much more in return, that your heart gets filled with things that are beyond your imagination. And He gives you 1,000,000,000 times more than what He has taken you. And that is the promise of Allah. He says in this ayah, He says that the reward is with God. Reward is with God. He will give you the reward for choosing Him and creating the boat to sit on it and protect and take care of the people Allah wants you to. When you leave behind your loved ones for Allah's sake, you will be rewarded by Allah in ways which is unimaginable for you. When you follow the signs and your intuitive guidance that you receive in your heart, you channel into the oneness of your Creator. You are able to hear your Allah in your heart, and He will guide you, giving you the clear signs from everywhere, from books, from videos, from friends, from everywhere, TikTok, quotes that will come. He will speak to you through everywhere, but you have to be open to receiving these signs. For if you are not, and when you are not, He has the power over the heart that belongs to Him, and He will seal those hearts that are denying His signs consciously. Please, please, please understand. Look at those signs that your intuitive guidance is asking you to. Listen to your heart, be with your heart, heal your heart and your soul and your life. Again, if that's something that you want any kind of guidance with and you feel my energy resonates with you, you can send me a message. I book one-to-one sessions. I also run Friday sessions where I do live art healing through Zoom. You can join them for a little fee. I asked people that, do a little bit of exchange for your healing, and I don't charge a lot of money. It's very, very, very minimum. And so if that's something that you'd like to join Friday session, it will shift your consciousness, your energy into connecting and deepening your connection with Allah, with your creator, and help you live a life of balance and bring more peace into your world and into your relationships. So again, that's something you want to do on Friday, you can send me a message and you can book me for one-on-one, or you can start your own journey through my Patreon sessions, which have completely shifted my life. I swear to God, they have brought me so much closer to my Allah, and I can't thank him enough for giving me this opportunity to be here, to share my voice, to share his light, and to send you his messages so that you too can connect to Allah in whatever way that you feel guided to. I'm sending you lots of love, light and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and do share some insights or messages, or if this video resonated with you at all, leave me a comment, connect with me. You can follow me on TikTok or Instagram. That's the places that I'm mostly more connected to. But otherwise, even if you don't want to connect to me and you receive some kind of message through this video, thank you so much for being here with me. I love you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.